So for me, I got to speak on this a little bit. First of all, he's really, really talented. First of all, with or without him, New Orleans was not going to make the playoffs. They're not one. They're not. They were not going to. They're not one of the top 8 teams in the Western Conference. They're not.
All right.
Listen, but I love this kid. You know, for me, when I got to the NBA, I weighed 297 pounds, and I could jump, be explosive, but I couldn't work as hard as I wanted to. And Moses made me lose 50 pounds and made me into a great player. I don't think he can play at that weight long extended periods of time at 285. I just don't believe that. Like, I don't know what his perfect weight is. He's going to have to bring in some professionals, get weighed.
How long did it take you to shed those pounds?
About 3 months.
Wow, that much?
Yeah, about 3 months.
So your optimal playing weight, Chuck, was
250.
All right.
But I wasn't explosive as him, but I led the SEC in rebound in 3 years at 300 pounds. But when I got to the NBA, like I say, he needs to get a personal trainer to say what's the optimum weight for him, because he doesn't look fat at all. But I don't think he can play at 285.
How much is this going to set him back?
Well, I don't think it's the beginning of the season. So, you know, this is his first year in his first season. So his career is 15 to 20 years. That's what he's banking on. I was just interested to see how you just said 297 and you didn't want to admit that you was 300. Why'd you go to you were 297? He was 290. You were over 297. You were over 290. You just didn't want to be. I was over 300. You were over 300.
When you joined us, you were over 3 bills.
Come on.
Well, I was retired.
No, you were over 300 in the NBA. You don't have to say 297.
No, I was never over 300 in the NBA.
297. Knock it off. That's like one meal.
We're all about accuracy. Like you always say, round up.
I just don't want to say I was 300. You were 300. Well, I saw the round mound. But for him, I just think that he is what Charles was, he's what Magic was, and he's what Muggsy Bogues was. He is a guy that has to recreate the position he's in, because no one plays like him. No one played like Muggsy at 5'3". No one played like Charles at 6'4", and no one played like Magic at 6'9". He has to recreate the position in the regular season for him to be a great player. I can't point to a guy and say, oh, he plays like him, because no one is 6'6" and does what he has done and doing what he's doing in college or in high school and now in the pros.